Both things I'll talk about in this 8-minute video, when done together and consistently, will increase productivity in your business starting day one. Well, it's something nearly every motivated person knows they should do and that they can do. Only really successful business owners do this each year, quarter, month, week, or even hour. Over the last 15 years, I have found that no matter the background of the individual, when they focus on a specific goal and then do what I'll show you in this video, each and every time the person saw increased productivity and noticeable improvements within 2 weeks. Okay, but if this is so powerful, then why are so few people doing it? And how can we do it consistently? That is why I spent years researching so that I could tell you in the next 7 minutes. Then, armed with the information, you could start to have greater success. I found the answer in a pile of branches after a thunderstorm. In June of 2011, I was driving down the road in Blissfield, Michigan. This is a very small town where I had my company. And on this day, my then 12-year-old daughter was in the car with me. The previous night, we'd had an extremely intense storm that we were certain was a tornado. It turned out it was 90-mile-an-hour straight line winds. There were branches piled up all along the road. My daughter looked out the window and said, "I wish we had a truck so that we could get those sticks and take them home for a fire." At that time, at that time we would gather sticks in our yard after storms to store for fire in our fire pit, and we'd cook hot dogs on long forks and make s'mores. Some of our best times as a family were spent around those fires. This is really important to grasp. When we drove through town, nearly everyone saw destruction of property. My daughter saw an opportunity for family time. Same set of circumstances, same pile of sticks, two ways to think about it. This video begins a series I've titled 52 Weeks of Business Success. I'll upload from this series starting in November 2023 and ending in the spring of 24. You only need to apply one lesson each week to begin to see real change. Are you ready? We're going to get to those two things I mentioned in just a moment, but first, let me lay a brief foundation. The key to any fundamental change is to repeat a success habit until it becomes your behavior. That seems pretty obvious, right? When we think about success in school, sports, or even our hobbies, we realize that we figure out what works and then we do it over and over. Somehow, however, when we look at ways to do well professionally, we forget about that. We instead start to get successful and then we get lazy. We ride on our past success and we relax. Not only that, but sometimes we simply cannot seem to find success no matter what we do. Every time it looks like success is on the horizon, it blows up in our face. We're almost there and then it's gone. This series is designed to address both things. Now think, when are the times that you've experienced the most success? Likely you can look back to some key habits that helped that success. So why is it that we aren't more successful? Why aren't we able to accomplish the things we know that we're capable of? Sometimes we don't recognize the opportunities when they're in front of us. They're disguised as failure or loss, like I was just talking about with the sticks. However, those moments in time have forced me to change the way I look at things and the way that I was building my business. What opportunities are you missing? How do you need to change the way that you see things? Okay, now the two things I was talking about. I already told you at the beginning, identify your goals from 52 weeks from today. Over the next 2 weeks, identify your goals as a business owner. This is a specific goal answering a few key questions. Don't swipe away the video yet because people know this intellectually, but their actions rarely demonstrate their understanding of just how important this is. What is it that you want to accomplish with your company? Is it a financial goal, professional, a sales goal target, some kind of administrative task? We're going to be working in subsequent videos to identify the steps to doing this and execute those. So knowing where it is that you're going is important because without focus, you're never going to get there. This will tie into the second thing, which I'll tell you in just a minute. So therefore, I want to emphasize we will be identifying what your specific goal is for a year from now, but also find a place to record your progress. Be sure to take notes and remember what I just told you about looking for opportunity. If you like content on improving your productivity in your business, be sure to subscribe and like because I'm going to begin to post 2 or 3 times a week and I respond to as many comments as I can. So let me know if there's a question you have or a topic you'd like to have covered. So the second thing that you must do is really apply what you know. I'll explain what that is and then give you an example so that you can see what this does to help you. Dr. Samuel Johnson is quoted as saying, "Clear your mind of can't." I love that. I used to tell my kids, don't tell me you can't, show me how you can. So let's get a second notebook. If you don't have one now, get one later and write down 5 tasks. But if you'd like to pause the video and do this with me, that would be the best use of your time. These can be small or large tasks. What then must be done? No, let's say it this way. These small or large tasks are things that must be done to accomplish the goal that you've just identified. So, whatever that goal is, these 5 things must happen for you to do that. This is how we start the application process, like applying what we need to do. Let's say your goal is to get more sales this year. That's kind of general. So, you decide you want to increase your sales by 20%, let's say. And you've looked over past metrics, and to get that much in sales at current rates, you need to have sales presentations to 1,000 potential customers. This is a very specific goal. If you aren't this far along, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't feel discouraged or intimidated. I'm just trying to give you some examples. Put your goals actually in the comment section, and we can kind of talk about them together if you'd like to do that, kind of build a sense of community. But for this example, let's say, like I said, you need about 1,000 potential customers. So I'm going to walk you through how this is going to help. To get in front of 1,000 people, 5 tasks might be improve marketing, create a database, figure out why you're not getting more customers or better conversions or why people are saying no. Number 4 could be improve efficiency. Number 5 could be figure out why people are deciding not to buy from you, period. And then finally, identify 2 things that you can do right away. This is specific. In this example, the first 2 things could be creating a database, which is actually 2 steps because you first have to decide which one you'll use. And second, improve efficiency. Maybe those are the 2 things. Now you know where to spend your growth and research resources. If you want to know more on that, tell me, and I can put it into a future video. Share in the comments something that you'll do and whether goals have helped you or not. Of course, if you haven't been doing this, you may have no clue how to find the time to do any of these things that I've talked about. So in that case, go to this next video.